the Knights, number one in the league. One game behind them, the Express in number three. Can the Knights continue their one-game win streak and extend it to two, or will the Express find a way to claim themselves as the leaders of the Premier League? My name is Schwa IRL. Welcome to MLE Sunday Night. We've got three big games for you. First up, as I said, Knights versus the Express on the Premier League. I can't do it alone, folks. With me, Gigabyte. How you doing, Giga?
I'm doing good. I've been waiting for this. I want to see this matchup. Like you said, this is between the number 1 and number 3 overall in the Premier League. The Knights in first with a 28-12 record. The Express in second with a 27-13 record. So the Express, they're definitely not down by a lot. They could easily take this back with a
Absolutely not.
4-1 victory. However, with a split in the Express favor, these two are going to move to tied. So the Express looking to take it early and fast.
Absolutely. And as I said, I forget who was number two in the league, but it's a very close race in the Premier League. So any swing in games here for either team could be huge. We're going to have these teams get started, and we're going to start this off right. We've got 5 games coming for you, and then we've got 2 more games tonight. After this, we've got 2 Academy League series. So don't hop out right after this one. We've got more to go.
Real quick note on some
And
substitution. Oh, sorry. Real quick note on some substitutions tonight, folks. For the Knights, you have Puff the Dargan and Typhon, and it looks like Puff the Dargan already going to come
Speaking
in
of
and
Puff
score
the
one.
Dargan, I was about to say real quick, we had a bit of a fake on the Express side, and no one was there to pick it up, and Puff, not the Dragon, is going to start it off. 2 seconds in. Gigabyte, try again. Maybe you can get some stats in now.
Typhon will be subbing in tonight for the original player, Uga, who was the original, player for tonight. But the Express are going to be played by Pops and Gumbachi. The Express overall have a higher MVPR average with 5.7. The Knights rocking it with a 4.57 across the season. So we'll have to see what happens. The Knights definitely not favored here by MVPR, but we've seen them pull out a lot this season.
Absolutely, and they did come off a 5-0 win last week. However, that was against the number 27 Jets. The Express, this is going to be close. Gumbachi's going up and just misses. Typhon's going to go the other way. This is going to be a slow whirler, folks. You've got a 2-0 lead for the Knights. But just saying, came off a 5-0 win against the Jets. Express lost, but a 2-3 loss to the number 15 Spartans. Will having a harder game, but a loss, be better for them than the 5-0 win against what could arguably be an easier team for the Knights? We're going to see. So far, the Knights say yes.
Yeah, the Knights definitely off to a great start here. Wow. Well, the Express have something to say about that one for sure. Quick kickoff goal off the pass from Pops into the corner. Gumbachi's going to finish it off. But up until that, the Express seemed to be a little bit confused, just not exactly knowing where each other are all the time. That fake kickoff at the first one we saw just led to a Knights goal. So the Express seem to be coming back from that now.
Good point. And I'll also just comment too, the Knights just weren't there for that one. So we've seen 2 extremely open goals and then the kickoff mishap. And there, what a redirect from Pops, putting it past Puff.
Yeah, Pops drills this one in past Gumbachi, flips it over to Pops, who's ready for it. That almost looks like it was planned, and the Express can bring it back to 2-2.
That is impressive. There's a clip of the week right there. What a redirect to keep that one in. And now we've got a game a minute in, 4 points. I'm exhausted already, and we've got 14 more games to go. Gumbachi's going to put this one up. It's just off the corner, though. We're going to go back the other way. And Typhon's going to come up. He's going to be looking for Puff. It's not there. Pops is going to try to redirect again. He needs a harder redirect than that one, apparently. It was a little too slow for him from the first one. Gumbachi's going to come up.
I didn't even think he hit it, actually. I thought he just kind
I don't
of
think he
missed
did.
it, didn't have enough boost to catch up with it, or just didn't quite judge it correctly. But now it looks like we're back to pretty much even on both sides, though. Is this going to go into center for the Express? I keep wanting to say EXP. I don't know why.
They've got all the experience, and they're going up against the Dragon. The not Dragon, Dargan. It's not a dragon, folks. Gumbachi Pops. What can Gumbachi do? He's going to put this off the wall. Pops is up. Can he redirect it in again? He can! Express go up 3-2, 3 minutes left, 2 minutes in.
Well, this all started from the Knights pushing up just a little bit too far. Typhon not expecting that shot off the backboard. Pops coming up and finishing it off. Great read by him, too. So you leave the backboard open, there's pretty much an open net. At this level,
now, yeah, absolutely. Now, had a stalemate in the center, but there was no one there for the dead ball, so we just kind of gone off the side. Gumbachi now says, I can redirect to it. Typhon, what a save! What a save again from Typhon! Excellent saves there.
Typhon pulling out a defensive stand. That was a really good one, too, as he kind of had to scramble for both of them. Looks like the Knights are going to try and push this one in. Not going to happen, though. Puff the Jargon going to try and bring it back around to center, looking for a teammate. He does chip it away from Gumbachi. Now Typhon going to come back around the side, going to pop it over, looking to finish it off. Did the Express come up and finish it? Puff dropping it off to the side. Gumbachi's there. He drops one into goal. Typhon's there again.
Typhon again. Typhon all over the place on the goal. Sadly, one save on all of these plays, and now he goes the other direction too. And we're tied up again, 2 minutes left.
This is an unfortunate own goal from Gumbachi. Very uncharacteristic of him, too. Typhon's going to get credit for it, but it was Gumbachi that scored it. So back to 3-3, just over 2 minutes left. Take it away again.
Absolutely, and what started out as the Knights just running all over this game, Express have really turned it around, and we've got an exciting game. Pops and Typhon battling it out in the third. Typhon's going to turn on this. He's going to backflip. He's got it near the net. Pops is going to have to come up and clear this one away. And he does a great job of that. We're going back the other way, folks. Typhon and Pops again. Oh. Typhon's going to backflip again, but Gumbachi is there, luckily, for the Knights. Puff came back, and Gumbachi, sorry, getting all my words confused. Gumbachi was just a little slow on that hit, so they missed that opportunity, but this one...
Oh!
What? Keegan, I'm going to have to throw this one to you because I've got no idea.
So Pops dribbles this one over Puff, gets bumped a little bit, and because he bumps Pops into the ball, that just sends it just enough of a redirect away from Typhon that he wasn't expecting it. So basically, Puff the Dargan hit, I think it was Pops that shot it over him, and then because of that, it scored.
It seemed like Typhon had about a day and a half to save it, and just didn't get there on my screen, so I'm glad you had better insight than I did. Typhon now trying to make up for it, but Pops is the brick wall, and Pops is going the other way.
It's one of those situations where it was just enough of a redirect to make a difference, but not enough of a redirect for you to immediately notice, and that caused a little bit of hesitation, which is why I got past him.
Absolutely, and it's just one of those things that surprises you, especially at the higher leagues, when it just kind of happens out of the blue like that.
Pop's gonna go for it. Ooh.
On my screen, this is happening a lot slower than it is for them in the cars. It's easy for us in retrospect. Puff the Dargan is gonna say, I'll leave that for Typhon, and Typhon's gonna put it on the corner. Can Puff get back around? No, he doesn't need to. Typhon's gonna come back up and get past both Express defenders.
Typhon makes up for the missed save earlier by coming around. This is a nice pass to himself. Pops isn't there. Gumbachi can't get there either, and Typhon puts it over both to tie them up. We're in golden goal territory, 21 seconds left.
Absolutely, we may see overtime in the very first game tonight. Puff, the not-so-magic Dargan right there, is going to miss that one. Pop's going to put it on. Pop's going to have to do more this time. He does. This is going to go off the post. Gumbachi's going to clear it away anyway. Puff is already back. Pops, you know Typhon's going to be there soon. Can Pops out dribble him? He's got it up. And the redirect from Gumbachi.
Wow.
0-second win from the Express.
That was an incredible pass. Pops up to Gumbachi. Typhon, he knows he got it past him. Gumbachi's ready for it, and he just dips it in. The Express are going to take game one with a 0-second goal.
That was a heck of a finish from a heck of a game. Wow. These stats are kind of crazy. The Knights shooting 133%.
Wow, okay.
Which is really impressive.
Yeah.
To what, 5 around 40% on the Express. However,
Somewhere
the
around there.
Express were, yeah, somewhere in there. I'm just eyeballing it, folks. Of course, the Express were just machine guns on the goal, while the Knights were taking fairly accurate shots. However,
You could
it
say
didn't
that.
feel like the Express. It didn't feel like the Express were necessarily controlling the game. So, Gigabyte, like, where's the difference in shots coming from here, and what do the teams need to do? Who can pull ahead in this next game?
Well, the biggest difference is that the Express, as soon as they get the ball, they're just trying to put a shot on goal as soon as possible before the Knights are ready to come back and get a hold of it. And that's reflected in the shot totals, but not their accuracy. And also the fact that, it didn't feel like they were dominating the game. It's that quick transitional goal that'll create a lot of shots on goal, but not necessarily a feeling of dominance. But as you can see, it worked out for them pretty well.
It did, and like you say, they may not be quality goals, which means if the Knights, who are shooting, like I say, some 133%, can keep that up and just put more shots on goal, they're going to do very well. Another fake on kickoff from the Express. This time it didn't turn into a goal. Typhon's having to go up high on this floater.
It's the classic quantity versus quality argument, and unfortunately in Rocket League, a lot of times it's the quantity that wins it out because, if you put the ball on target enough times like that, you're gonna eventually break the defense down no matter how many times. The defense can't get there every single time, and if you put like 4 or 5 or even 6 shots on target in an offensive stand, you're gonna score.
And it's really even more interesting in twos when you talk about that, because if you're putting that many shots on goal and the Knights are trying for quality passes, that means both Knights are basically up when you're throwing these shots across field. So all you got to do is hit that hole and it's probably open. So the Knights either need to change that strategy or continue amazing stuffs like that. Puff just taking down Pops' shot. Gambachi, though, going for another shot on goal. He's going to get denied. Pops is going to go up, and right now we're going to be stuck in the corner, and Typhon's going to try and clear this one out. But Gambachi's going to come in. This could be on. No, just missed.
Didn't have quite enough boost to get around and turn that one in. So the Knights going to take this one back upfield. They're looking for that quality shot, but that wasn't even a shot. Now the Express going to try and do a quick transitional goal here, like we've been trying to see them do, but it gets blocked out by Puff. And now we have some ping pong back and forth.
Typhon's going to play ping pong, try to finish it off. Gambachi's going to have to come up. Puff, interestingly, and not come up quite as fast as that. Maybe they are trying to rotate a little slower from this onslaught from the Express, and what an air dribble from Pops to tie this one up.
That's a great air carry by Pops. Just one tap over Typhon, gets the second one when Typhon wasn't expecting him to follow it up or thought he might have been a little bit too far away. No, Pops comes up, puts it over him, pops it over him, I guess you could say, into the net, and we're tied up at 1.
In some parts of this country, they would say he sodas it over him. Other people say he Coca-Cola's it over him, but those people are wrong.
No, those people are wrong.
Those people are very wrong. Gambachi's going to go forward. He's already passed someone who flew by my screen. Typhon's going to have to come up and get on this one. But it's Pops. Pops is just taking the day off, I guess. It's Sunday. It's his time off. Gambachi's going to come up and go again. Typhon's throwing it out, and right now we just got some long clears back and forth. These are not necessarily getting either team anywhere just yet, although if that had gotten past someone, that would have been bad. Pops having to clear this one out again. Just some back and forth in midfield.
Yeah, both these teams trying to gain, a position on the ball, trying to get control of it, but neither one really doing a great job. Besides, I'd say the Knights, they were doing a pretty good job of keeping it on the Express side, and they might do again here. Typhon cuts this one off. Pops looking to, he gets the backflip into it though, but gets demoed for his trouble, and Typhon gonna have it for free essentially.
And good on Puff for getting that demo, because Pops would have had at least a chance at the ball with a little bit of overcommitment from the Knights. And whoa! A save from Pops, and then just stuffed by Puff to put the Knights back up 2-1.
Sometimes you just gotta follow it, and Puff does exactly that. Pops gets the save, but Puff wins it in the end. Bricks it right into the net. Well, right into the bricks on this map, I guess. Now we're back to a 2-1 lead for the Knights.
Can the Express answer? can they find their way to the top of the Premier League? 2 minutes left in this one. They're down by 1. They've got an attack going forward. Can Pops get up here? Gambachi with the demo. Pops, where are you, Pops? Pops! I'm worried about Pops. There he is. Oh, and coming off the wall. And now Puff is going to have to clear it out. Definitely feel like the Express could have done something sooner had Pops come up earlier.
Pop saw Gambachi get just completely leveled by one of the Knights defenders. So that kind of made him, go back thinking Gambachi's not going to have a chance to get really any kind of control over this thing. But in the end, Gambachi ended up getting the demo. So that's one of those things that you can't always predict if you're Pops.
He definitely did not. He may be Pops, but he is no predictor. Gambachi's going to try and clear this one out. We've been an Express goal for quite a bit.
Yeah. With the benefit of hindsight, it was correct, but with the benefit of hindsight, it was wrong. But in the moment, I probably would have done the exact same thing. Oh,
and this one again is going to roll in, and for a second time, Typhon watches the ball roll by him and roll in the goal.
These are those quick transitions that I was talking about. Gambachi sees the opportunity, he shoots it in. Typhon can't get back. And this is how Express have been scoring. Nearly every one of their goals have been either on transition or on kickoff. And I guess kickoff is just one big transition in the end. So Express, really good at those quick opportunities.
It's in reality, aren't all goals kickoff goals? They all started with a kickoff. And so we are back on the Express side. The Knights trying to put this one out. And Gambachi coming off the top of the crossbar. Typhon just comes up and says, "You're going away." Pops is now 1-on-2. He's got one. Typhon's going to deny. 45 seconds left. We are all tied up. Typhon's going to come out, try and put this one mid. His teammate is not there. This is going to get cleared out, but there his teammate was, and Gambachi's going to put this one mid now.
Gambachi was fortunate to be able to follow that one. Otherwise, that was going right back into the hands of the Knights cleanly. Ooh. In fact, instead, Typhon had to go for it, but Gambachi going to come back out now. Pop's going to try and go for the goal. He's going to try to flick it over Typhon. Typhon manages to get up, though, and Gambachi isn't there. Pop's going to send it away.
And a good clear to their own corner from Pop, but it doesn't matter. Gambachi dribbling past both of them.
Gambachi. Again, we see the Express pull one off the corner. The Knights definitely don't seem to be strong against that. Actually, I think that was the Knights we saw do it last time. Never mind.
I do believe you're right. I believe the last time was the Knights. The Express have had more of the air dribbles or the shots from above or just the slow rollers in. Pops trying to just put a nail in the coffin and just not even give him time. He had a chance. Pop's going to clear it out. They've got a chance. Knights can put it in. It's close. It's just up. It's going in. We're tied up. We're going to overtime, folks.
The Knights say no, no, no. They bring it back. With that 0-second goal, they're going to force an overtime. Typhon, great pass to himself and redirect perfectly into the goal with no boost to work with. This is a good series.
Absolutely, and we have been speaking about Typhon quite a bit. He did sub. He is a reserve for the Knights. He did sub for Uga. I may give him crap. That's because in the good cop, bad cop world, Kiga is the good cop. I am the bad cop. I'm just going to call people out. He's going to tell me why it's fine.
I mean, Typhon's for reserve,
Typhon's actually doing really good.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, we've said his name a lot. We've only said it twice in a really bad
Puff,
way.
Though.
Oh, Puff! Oh, just off the post! Oh, this one could be into Typhon. Gambachi, what a save. Gets Savior, too. Puff's going to come in and clear it out. What an overtime already. Puff puts it back. Gambachi's going to back and forth so much, Gigabyte. This is so great.
The rotation is starting to get unstable at this point. No one's upfield. Gambachi could get a quick shot here if he tries. He puts one over. Is Puff going to be able to get to it? Yes, he will. It's going to go out.
What a save. Puff is going to now put it forward. Pops is going to try and clear it out. We know the Knights have trouble when the Express get these quick hits to the center. Luckily, it doesn't do anything yet, but Pops is going to put it back again. It's going to go off the wall. Typhon's going to try and clear it out, but he misses. This is going to be dangerous. Gambachi's going to put this one away for the Express.
And with that, the Express take the lead in the Premier League. Again, that's just mid-game stats. It's not over yet. But with that, the Express do take the lead temporarily.
No, it's official. We have to actually go on the field and crown them as leaders for now until something else changes. And really weird rules in the MLE on how this works.
and then we'll play the next 3 games, yeah.
And then we'll play the next 3. Such a change in stats from the last one. Express fairly close, although they have way more saves, but they have more saves because 10 shots on net this time from the Knights, as opposed to the 3 they had last game. But the Express still coming up on head. Gigabyte, what can the Knights do to stop this onslaught of the Express?
Honestly, the Knights are just super weak on the transition back to defense primarily. They need to have a player be in a better position at all times to get back and stop a shot from going in. And a lot of times we see Typhon as that player, but he's either A, not in the correct position to get back, or B, just put in a super unfortunate situation where he has to try and make a save that he really doesn't have a chance to save at all.
It's true, and that some of that rotation that you've talked about could be that they haven't played together as much, being a reserve. But also, I will say he did have 4 saves, the most saves of anyone. Both players on the Express, by the way, getting a Savior medal in that game, so kudos to them. But what a game so far, what a series so far. And we are into game 3.
The Express seem to be perfectly willing to stand up on their own goal line until they get an opportunity like this one that Gambachi has right there, and he's going to put it in off the kickoff.
Absolutely. The Express feel really comfortable on their side playing defense and just waiting for that moment. It's just when that moment happens, they're gone. They're on the other side already. You wonder where they were. You wonder why you even thought the ball was on the Express side when it was clearly on the Knights side the entire time. 1984. Great book. Puff the Dargan. Puff the not dragon is going to throw it up to Typhon.
He's
going to clear this out.
He's not magic, and he's not a dragon.
He's not magic nor a dragon. We're iffy on the Puff at this point because he's so misleading.
He huffed and he buffed and he lost the last 2 games.
And
Gambachi's gonna score one while we're all dying.
Oh man, that's great. Gambachi's gonna get this pass up from Pops and gonna put it off the center over both Knights there. I'm sorry. We've got Typhon on, or no, sorry, Puff. Again, is going to do the kickoff. Pops is going to clear it off the wall. Pop's going to go for the ceiling shot. Here we go. He's going to clear it up. Didn't get too far. Now Puff is going to go against Gambachi, who is definitely a solid wall coming off the wall on the net. This is going to be dangerous. Typhon missed. Gambachi missed. Ooh. Now Puff has another chance. It is. Typhon now has a chance to put it forward. And there was a weak clear, and Typhon is going to pay for that.
There's another one of those situations where Typhon's just in a really horrible position. I mean, he could have gotten a stronger clear on that or put it off to the side, but at the same time, that's a really tough save to make and get it out cleanly. So, you know, Typhon, Puff just kind of left him in the dark. Puff also was starting to move up, but it wasn't firmly cleared at all. So it's kind of a failure on both of them.
Absolutely. In general, so far, any of the Knights' mistakes definitely feel like rotation issues or whatever you want to call it. Something is wrong as a whole. And now the Express are just feeding on the remains of what used to be a dragon, but now he's just a Dargan with a Typhon that used to be a Typhoon. They need to get some power back.
That's just an example of, you know, what the Express are so good at. Pops takes it over, one quick either shot or pass in, and that's another one. Off the kickoff again for Gambachi, but the Express are so good at these transitional plays. Just take it over to the other side, one pass or one quick shot, and then the other one comes up for the follow-up, and the Knights just don't know how to defend against that.
That's true, and I feel like whatever the Knights were at least doing correct earlier to stay close, they've somehow lost that in trying to correct for whatever they were doing wrong, and now they're paying for it really hard. Pop is going to come up and put this one on. Gambachi is still there. Typhon was close, but missed. I saw him kind of glaze by my screen. Gambachi could have put that one on, but Puff had just gotten a piece on it. Puff's going to put this one center. Puff is going to clear it out. We're down to Gambachi. Big clear just off the corner of the wall. And now this is going to be an open net. 6-0 to the Express with 3 minutes left.
Let's look at the last, 5 seconds before that replay even started. The Express, they were perfectly They were perfectly willing to just back off of this one, wait for the Knights to pass it to them, and they ended up doing exactly that. Then Gumbachi puts it up to Pops, who is perfectly ready for it, and that ends up in an Express goal. The Express just playing the Knights perfectly to their weaknesses. They're really punishing them for it.
They are, and the Express seemingly no weaknesses right now. Oh, we've got one now. Typhon is going to get this cleanup off of Puff's hit. A little bit of bumping going on, but it works.
Yeah, Pops doesn't get the greatest hit, and then the bump comes out from Puff the Dargan onto Gumbachi. And Gumbachi probably would have had that save if he hadn't gotten bumped, but at the same time, you know, it's super hard to defend against a bump, so I'll allow it.
Probably would have gotten the saves. He's got 4 on the game, 5 out of 6 shots. Pop's just going to put this one in too. Pop shooting 100% with 3 assists. These stats are just ridiculous. Pops has twice as many points as anyone on the Knights, and Gumbachi has more than twice as many points as he does.
Pops got the pops. He pops it over all of them.
This Pops rocks. We are going back to the Express side. We haven't been saying that. I hear groaning from the production booth. I like it. Typhon is trying to put it on. Gumbachi's going to go back the other way. And we spent about 10 seconds on the Express side, and then we were back the other way. Pop's now going to have to try and clear this one out. Typhon takes him out. Typhon comes in like the typhoon he should be, and Gumbachi's going to have to come up, and now Typhon's going to put it on, and still the Knights have not been able to capitalize on this short attack they've got.
Look at this. The Express perfectly willing, just let him carry it. And Typhon tries to get something going, but Pop says, nope, I'll take that. Thank you. Drop it into center. He's not there for well, Gumbachi wasn't quite in position for it, but that's fine. Express are perfectly willing to go back and take it and just wait to get it out of their side again.
Yeah, and they got demoed. It was fine. Definitely you see them as soon as something happens to one of them, the other one is back, and or at least turning back and waiting. And you know Pops is going to be here for this.
Yep.
I didn't even have to turn my camera. I knew he'd be there.
The Knights just double commit on that. Puff comes out. Typhon's in position for that save, but drops it right in front of Pops while Puff is running right by him. And the Express acting like a well-oiled machine. You know that they figured out what the Knights' weaknesses are, and they're really kind of trying to hammer it home on those weaknesses.
They are. This series just turned extremely brutal into a one-team show. We now have a big brother beating up on his little brother as he teaches him a new video game. Oof. Gumbachi's gonna go backwards on this, and like you said, it doesn't matter. Gumbachi is still there. He's gonna get savior for the second time this game. Pops is gonna come up, and Gumbachi's gonna have an opportunity. Little double commit from the Express. Guess what? Doesn't matter. Typhon's gonna come up.
So here's an interesting stat. Both of the Express players are very, very close to having Savior, Striker, and Playmaker medals.
Oh my goodness. So Pops has 0 saves. He just isn't there on the defense like that.
And there's gonna go for Pops.
So basically, Gumbachi does have all of them. He's got 5, 3, 7, 8 across the board. 4, 3, 0, 4 for Pops. Pops just needs to get 3 saves. He's got 43 seconds. Literally, all they could have to do is leave Pops in the goal and Gumbachi not go for it. Let the Knights shoot. I don't think it would matter at this point anyway. Puff is back there. He's going to put it up. This game is over, folks. We're going to look towards the next one. What can the Knights do? Now, this turns into an area where... That was very nice. This turns into an area I like talking about a lot. Wow. Almost off the post. Got to save by a Puff there. Still eventually going to go in, you got to imagine. And
maybe?
right here.
That's gonna get
all right.
There it is.
At some point, it was just like, well, it's eventually going to go in. I like talking about the mental aspect of the game, just in sports in general and everything in life. The mental aspect of how it can help and hurt you. The Knights haven't given up in this game, and I give them that. They've kept trying to come back and keep figuring out what's wrong. But mentally, coming off of a 10-1 loss, feels like that's going to be even worse than where they were when they were just not able to figure out what to do. 11-1 loss against the Express. Any ideas on how they can reset?
Well, the first step is to get a goal in these last 6 seconds. If you can get one to go, that's going to put you in a better headspace no matter what you do. But then it's still not done. You got to refocus. You got to get the tilt out. And you can tell the Knights, they're just not playing to how they wanted to come in and play this game. They're not playing to their game plan. They've been forced off of it by the Express. So the Knights, they got to just go. Honestly, it's going to sound so cliche, but got to go fast. You know, the Knights, they're kind of slow to it. They're not playing how they want to play. If you control the speed of the game, you control how everything happens. So if the Knights come back, they're going to have to do everything that I just said.
11 of 16. Almost both team members on the Express having 1,000 points.
That's
what are we at? 2,600 points, right about.
Kind of a ridiculous
to the
score.
800. So they had more than 3 times the points of the Knights. Like, these are just ridiculous stats. I'm not going to harp on them. I agree. The Express just definitely seems so fast to the ball. And in a game of speed, in a game of seconds like that, you can't leave the ball sitting there for that long, especially against this Express team. They're clearly going to be there. Either go or don't. And if you're not going to go, you're going to have to make that save. And right now, we saw at the end they were making a lot of saves off of that last onslaught from the Express. Here's another kickoff goal.
What is going on with Pops?
I don't understand what the kickoff from Pops is. I wonder if he expects Gumbachi.
This is his.
He's done that exact same thing.
Yeah,
3 times.
The first kickoff, every game, has been that exact thing. So I don't know what's going on. I do not know. By the way, folks, the Express did guarantee themselves a series win off of that win, by the way, but they will guarantee themselves. They can do no worse than tie. Yeah, no, they can guarantee themselves the Premier League first place unquestioned after this game. So we'll have to see what happens. But the Express, with what we saw last game, they might just take this one as dominantly too. But the Knights kind of trying to do something about that as Typhon's going to try and push it in. Going to try and flick this one out to center, looking for Puff. Puff's not there, though. Pop's going to be able to send it in. This gets cleared away. Pop's back up. He's going to try and tip it over. Tips it over one, looking for the redirect. Not going to happen.
And the Knights still find themselves up, I say, as Gumbachi's just going to come around and score real quick off of that double commit in the corner from the Knights, just not able to rotate back.
Caster's curse.
Absolutely. Mike is Mike. Sorry, Mike is my Ike. Ooh, I like your username in Twitch. I'm not going to harp on him as he harps on him. Hate to correct you there, Mike. I meant I wasn't going to harp on the scores. I'm going to harp on the Knights at this point for the rest of the night. If they let this continue. Kudos to Pops, but if this continues for the Knights, I will continue harping on him. Pops, what a shot.
Filthy ankle breaker by Pops right there. Great dribble by him.
Now the Knights, can they come back and tie and not let the Express run away with this one? That's what we want to see. They at least want to find themselves tied in games if having lost that first spot. Typhon hesitating to come out, waits for it. Pops is going to get there and then takes Typhon out, which gives Gumbachi plenty of time to get around. Typhon going up off the wall. Express had quite a while to come back up and hit that one back in. Typhon was there on that one, though. Gumbachi's going to clear this one mid. Big 50-50. Typhon is going to miss that one. Comes back around. Very luckily, I don't know what happened behind there. Maybe he got a bump on Gumbachi because you got to figure Express, we're going to be there. Pops is going to be there for this one, though. And again, Pops with another big goal.
Yeah, this is just a nice block by Gumbachi. Puff not there for Typhon way off in the distance. Pops ready for that one. He's just going to send it in. The Express, they're up 3-1 with just over 3 remaining.
Puff comes in, does a little fancy flyby. Maverick! Pops is going to come up. He's not going to do any flybys. We're on the Express side, but that is not going to last long. Gumbachi's going to try and dribble past Typhon, but Typhon says no this time. Pops is going to come in, go for another.
Oh, Pop's going to try for it.
But flip reset. Just misses the second touch there. Bocce now off the wall. What a 50-50 in the air, and again, the Express coming out ahead on that one. Typhon with some really good touches. It's just not leading to enough right now.
Yeah, no, he's just... There's only so much you can do when the Express have you numbered like this. They just gotta adjust. Like, I don't really know how else to say it. The Knights have to find some way of getting past the stellar Express defense and the return as well. Ooh, that was almost a nice dribble, though, by Typhon, but nice. Pop's just barely able to get there.
Yeah, right now, Typhon definitely making some amazing plays. But Puff with 3 saves on the back end. I was about to say, I'm not saying those 3 saves weren't important because Express have had 8 shots on net, but Puff hasn't been up there as far as Typhon might want him to be. Here's a great dribble. Kambachi's going to come off that one. And maybe Puff just getting a little gun shy from all of the shots on the last one. Not wanting to commit as much, but at some point, especially now, just got to go. Just got to go and attack.
Yeah,
here we go. No,
you can't wait around for this one. The Knights, they gotta go fast. They gotta try and get it past the Express defense when they're slow on the return, which so far they haven't been.
Goomba the Goombachi is going to come up, give it to Pops. Pops is going to give it back to Goomba. And that Goomba got squished by Morio. Typhon, not the Typhoon's going to put it up over towards Puff. Oh, you have definitely not cast with me if you're already, we're not even into the second series yet,
Oh, you haven't casted with me either. I've made 100 times worse than that. Tell a story. I once casted a guy named Ragnar Rockstar, and I said, if he's a Ragnar Rockstar, is his band going to go on Thor? That was, I think, my worst pun of all time, and it was caught on camera. So
I don't think that's a bad pun. So I can't. If that's your worst one, they've all been amazing. That's pretty darn good. Gooba the Gumbachi's gonna try and flick this one over Puff, and Puff another great save. Again, good defense here. Typhon's got a chance. There we go. We are 1 point away. Come on, Knights. Let's see a game. Tie this one up.
The Knights finally found a weakness. Pops just pushed up a little bit too far. Can't get back in time, and Typhon puts it over Pops. Now they're within 1.
Now, Knights fans, Knights players, Knights GM can only look on as the Knights try and come back and get this last one to try and tie up the game series for the season. This is not going to do it.
Nope.
Unless Typhon can do something amazing here to get it across, and Goomba is not going to get there. Oh, this one's up. This still has a chance if Typhon can get around. Puff is there.
Get it
good try. A closer win, but the Express are now up 4-0 in this series.
And then with that, the Express will be walking out of this series regardless of the events that happened in this last game. They will be walking out of this series with the Premier League lead.
And so we have Typhon. We know he is a reserve. My understanding is that Puff the Dargon is one of the lower players on the Knights team. So do the Knights just shake this one off as it's kind of what happened due to circumstances, or do they try and make some other adjustment going into next week?
They kind of shake this one off for circumstances temporarily, but I think if you're the coach, GM, manager, whatever, of the Premier League team, you kind of learn to schedule your guys out a little bit better off of this. Because if you're going to be going up against the Express, you know that you're going to have to put your best 2 guys against them, and you're going to want to get this win. So you kind of have to schedule around that. You kind of play your weaker guys a little bit sooner if you're going to have to face someone like that.
And the Express will also be number 1. These teams are in the same conference division. Thank you, production master overlord, grand poobah of my life. Division. They are in the same division, so Express will be number 1 and Knights will now be number 2, switching places in there as well. So definitely a big change going into the very end of the MLE season.
Yeah,
Knights
so
putting a little bit of pressure on.
And Pop's just going to say, no, I got this. Thank you very much. Going to try and pop it over one. Not going to happen.
Oh, look at this.
But he does set it up for Gambachi. Gambachi's not going to get there, though, and Puff is going to send it away. What a block by Gambachi.
What a block. Wow, the 50-50s from the Express are just impressive. And Pops is going to keep this one midfield, and Typhon's just going to bang it off, and this is going to be a goal for the Express.
Yeah, Pops, this is a great pass by him. Just trying to hold it off, make sure the Knights can't do much with it. Typhon does manage to get the last touch on it, but Gambachi is there, puts it into the bottom right corner, out of the range of Puff entirely. So Express going to take a 1-0 lead with 4 minutes remaining.
And Pops up in the air again. He's going to go for another double tap. He's going to do it again. He's just getting practice at this point for his freestyle award.
Yeah, Typhon just misses the touch on the backboard here. Comes up a little bit low, scrapes off that bar, and Pops takes the advantage, puts it in.
Knight's chance of winning one of these slowly slipping away. 4 minutes left. Still got a chance to win one of these games. All games important, especially getting this late in the season. Typhon's going to put this one up. Gambachi's just going to be there. Those 50-50s again from the Express. Just impressive. Pops is going to have a chance to clear this one out, and he does right around Puff. Typhon's coming up quicker now. Typhon's getting the idea. That rotation coming a little faster. Gambachi's coming back around. Puff is going to have to go off the wall, but he forgot that he should have gone towards the ball and just kind of ran up the wall in general. Puff, now another chance to get the ball. Going to dribble down. Gambachi's going to hit that. Typhon had a chance, but Pops gets it under his car. And now we're back on the Knights side again. And now Pop's just going for ceiling shots. And honestly, at time, and this one's going to be a goal just from that ceiling shot, and Gambachi going for the follow-up.
Yep. So the Knights going to get an opportunity here. They're going to take advantage of it. But the Express kind of goofing off at this point. They know that they're exiting this with a lead no matter what. But getting that 5-0 victory would certainly be sweet, as then you'd basically just be in the lead in the entire league in general. They're already going to take their division lead, like you said. But they did have one other one ahead of them who was tied with the Knights coming into this. I forget who that team was, but if you win this 5-0, you're probably just going to take the lead. So
yeah, I forget who it was too, and that's what I was going to say as well. It's like as close as that top three is, you think you just want all five, and Dargan's going to try and clear this out. They've got, it can't, and this is going to go in. Now the Knights are going to tie this one up, and what's funny is, I mean, yes, the Express are kind of goofing off a bit, but these are the Knights that you wanted to see 2 games ago when they got demolished. This rotation is a lot better, it seems.
Yeah, significantly. It's the Puffins who are currently in second. Pop's going to try and put this over. Oh, he puts it past both of them.
Wow.
What a great redirect and dribble around by Pops off of the Gambachi stop. Over Puff. Goomba stops him, gets demoed by Typhon for his efforts, but is going to roll in anyway. Pops, the absolute all-star of this game.
Pops better at cheating up than he is at kicking off, apparently, because he didn't miss that one at all. Now the Knights need to answer again. They've got 2.5 left, and they need to answer a couple of times now.
Gambachi takes this one. Typhon in action there will cost you. Gambachi flicks it over Puff, who was not at all in the right position for that one. And there you have it. The Express going to go up by 2 again.
Now 2:20 left. Puff is just getting chased by Pops. Pops just out for blood now. Typhon's going to try and capitalize. What a save! Ringing around the Rosie from Pops.
Pocket
just
full
puts
of
the ball
Popsies?
all the... Absolutely. It puts it all over the goal to save that one. Typhon's going to come up and try again. Pops is just everywhere at this point. Puff sees that mistake. Gambachi has it though. Gambachi going to take it upfield, and Typhon is going to come up too late. This is going to be dangerous from what the Express have been doing. Puff going to try and dribble past Pops, but Pops those dribbles out and feels backflip. Rare mistake from Pops so far. this is going to be on net, and Gumbachi's going to have to clear it out.
Yeah, I don't think the Express really care about that one mistake. They're up by 2 at this point. They
I
know
don't
that
think
they
so
can,
either.
and they know how strong they are in defense, so they can kind of just, you know, not necessarily screw around, but they can just delay this as much as they want. Typhon going to come up and try and take a shot, but Gumbachi is there. Now Pop's going to have that one as well. Back out to Gumbachi. Gumbachi's going to have this, and he's going to have the, no, he's actually going to let it go for Pops.
It's going to stay for, oh, no, I'm sorry. Pops is going to even read that one off the wall. That's going to be dangerous, because you know who's going to be there. Any and every Express player that ever played the game seemingly is going to be there. Gumbachi's going to put this one in, go up 5-2.
The Express are just so smooth on these opportunities. You know, you know that someone's going to be there because it's like, most other teams are like, oh, is he going to be there? Is he going to be there? But the Express players is like, you know that he's either going to be there or the Express don't care if he's there or not. They'll just go back and wait for them to, you know, get another shot in.
Absolutely. 56 left, 50 seconds left. This one's going to be basically over. Express definitely taking the series no matter what, clinching #1. I see someone posted in Twitch chat, Wolves went 3-2 against the Puffins, so Express handily taking #1 in that side. And folks, are you following the MLE? Are you a member? You should be. Great community. You could be on a team like this. You could be beaten up by the Express. They're happy to beat up on anyone that comes in, seemingly. I think they're going to take on Gigabyte and I after this is over, which is not going to go well either.
No.
I will lose even worse.
I'm a champ too, dude. I can't face against these guys.
And I am not even going to say, a lady never tells her age, and a diamond never tells his rank. So Gumbachi's going to come out, put this one over. And this one's basically over. Pop's going to go for yet another double tap. Gumbachi's going to come up and try and steal it from him. Express just having fun at this point.
You know what they say about Rocket League, right?
Everyone's
Diamonds
a
are
grand
forever. And that'll be it. The Express will take it 5-0, folks. The Express going to go into first place in the Premier League and in their division. And the first 2 games are good.
First 2 games are good, yeah. I mean, the Knights didn't win them, but they were close. But whatever they did to try and adjust for what was going wrong, they made it worse. That's all I can say.
Yeah. All right, folks. Well, that'll be all for game #1. Join us soon for a Academy League matchup. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.